What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel, and today we're going to go through 5 dream trades for Port Adelaide. These are some players I'd love to trade to Port Adelaide to see our team be bolstered up with some absolute stars of the competition. Some are well known, some a little bit left field. So here are 5 different players I'd trade to Port Adelaide. So a countdown of a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 scenario. This is number 5, the 5th player I'd trade to Port Adelaide. Now, this is a team that most Port fans will hate. They've broken our hearts a couple of times in the last 12 months, but we can't deny that some of their players are just outright stars, and I'll tell you what, this bloke would absolutely bolster up our forward line, no doubt about that. Josh Kennedy, he's an absolute star. He can kick bags of goals. He's a great kick. He's a long kick. He's an accurate kick, and he also can take a grab, and he performed outstanding one-on-one as well. So he's definitely a player I'd bring to Port Adelaide, and if only we had the contract for him, and if only he'd actually consider coming here. But yeah, he'd definitely be a terrific option to bring to Port. He'd definitely help out Charlie Dixon, and you know what, we might not have ended up with Watts. It just could have turned out differently, and yeah, having Josh Kennedy kicking a bag of 10 every third week might have been pretty good. Going Adelaide over and seeing that. Number 4 is a midfielder from GWS. He's going to be an absolute star in the future, and his contract is starting to run out. It would be a lot of money to bring him to the club, but you know, if this somehow could happen, it would be an absolute dream to have him complementing our midfield. Josh Kelly, he's just one of those players that attacks the footy. He attracts the footy, and he also gets in there and tackles really hard as well. And he's just going to be an absolute... what a player he's going to be for GWS or whoever he plays for in the future. But he's definitely one that would absolutely complement our midfield, whether it's Ollie Wines, whether it's... if it's Chad Wingard in there, Sam Powell-Pepper as well. The players that would just... would evolve beautifully around him, and that midfield would be so set. So definitely, you know, if we had Josh Kelly, it would be an absolute dream to see him in Port colours. Number 3 is another midfielder. He is an outright star. He's from Victoria. He plays for a club that hasn't seen anywhere past 17th in the last couple of years. Carlton's very own Patrick Cripps. I tell you what, if he was playing for someone like a Hawthorn, Richmond, Essendon, they would be instant grand finalists, because this bloke is a leader. He's an attacker of the footy. He can kick goals. He could possibly play forward as well, but he's a lead. He's going to be one of the stars of the comp, if not already he is, because he's attacker of the footy. His possession, his winning of possession in the middle, and his effectiveness with the ball just makes him a damn right star. He's an outright star for Carlton, and if they didn't have him, I tell you what, they'd almost be relegated. But just imagine him alongside Ollie Wines. Could you imagine the two balls together? But I tell you what, those two at one stage in the middle, just forfeit now whoever plays us if we had Patrick Cripps and Ollie Wines in the middle. Number 2, now we know Paddy Ryder is coming, not to an end of his career, but he's coming off a great 2017. His 2018 was injury riddled, and now there's question marks over his future, whether or not he can actually sustain a great period of time playing good footy, whether he gets injured or if he plays more forward. So this bloke in particular would complement him to an absolute treat. It would also help out our structure, and I know we're going to, you know, bring in some ruckmen. We're trialling some ruckmen. We've got some young ruckmen in the stages of development. But if this bloke was part of our squad in 2019, we would tear up. Brodie Grundy is an outright star for Collingwood. He's a best and fairest winner. He had one of the best 2018s for a ruckman. He is definitely one I'd bring to Port Adelaide as basically almost a full-time ruckman. Then you could play Paddy almost full-time forward. And I know he might not want that, but if those two were together, with Patrick Cripps and Josh Kelly with Ollie Wines, and then Josh Kennedy down forward, starting to sound like an all-star team, to be honest. But for me, you know, Brodie Grundy, I know Max Gawn, a lot of people rave about him and his beard and how good he is in the ruck. Brodie Grundy's the best ruckman in the competition. He's also a midfielder. because the way he attacks the footy once it hits the ground, he can mark in the air, he can run. Did you see that goal against Adelaide earlier in the year?
Working into space better. Varco this time, brilliant tap onto Grundy, releases the big man, he crosses the 50 from 48 metres, goes himself!
Number one, now, I think a lot of people would choose this bloke to bring to Port Adelaide or to their club himself because he's a Brownlow medalist, he's a star of the competition, and if only he was playing for a better team in finals, this bloke would tear it up even more. Nat Fyfe from Fremantle, I'd bring him straight away in that midfield. You could play him forward. You know, imagine him alongside, now, let me picture this for you, Port fans. He's alongside Robbie Gray, Ollie Wines, Chad Wingard, with the runners from halfback of Hamish Hartlett, and then you're delivering inside 50 to Charlie Dixon. Maybe you could throw Nat Fyfe forward, you can put Wingard in the middle, Robbie Gray down there too. I can picture it now. Wouldn't it be a great sight to go to Adelaide Oval every week seeing those players playing our team? So, Port fans, comment below what players you'd bring to Port Adelaide, your dream trades, who you'd have at the club from any team, could be any player you like. Comment below, let's see your thoughts. Unfortunately, none of these trades will happen, but I thought it'd be a good thing to, you know, kind of keep the positivity up, especially during the trade period, considering so much stuff going around at the moment. And if you haven't seen my trade period preview video, that's in the description below, so if you want to check that out, please do. And if you're a Port fan and you're watching this and you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please do. We're on our way to 900 subscribers, so if you're wanting Port Adelaide content on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button because I'll be bringing it to you over the off-season and into 2019. Thanks for watching, Port fans. Hope you've enjoyed the video. My name's Anthony, and as always, come here.